What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at it again with another New York Giants video. So today was the second day of padded practice for the Giants. Not much in terms of practice really came out today from the beat reporters in terms of things to notice, who stood out, who didn't stand out, who had a good practice, who had a bad practice. Not really much in terms of that. There was, some more quotes about the brawls that I'm gonna leave aside for now, because the one thing I want to talk about is yet another retirement from the New York Giants. Todd Davis retired yesterday, which was just the first of many things in an interesting day. After we signed him, I believe, on Saturday of, this week, so like 3-4 days ago. Now, today, the other person we signed on that same day that we signed Todd Davis, or like a day after, is Joe Looney, the inside offensive lineman. So both of the free agents that we recently added to the roster kind of called it a day with their NFL careers. I don't want to say called it quits. We don't know what exactly it is, but that's essentially the tune you guys are bought on. They're kind of done with it. I am going to say, of course, I got to mention this because it is kind of funny and hilarious. People are making jokes saying that Todd Davis initially retired because he couldn't handle running all the laps that Joe Judge has the team doing. And then now people are making those same jokes for Joe Looney as well, because Looney was actually in practice yesterday when everybody had to run the gassers. And I will say this, is, of course, Joe's a bigger dude. He's an offensive lineman. So people are like, nah, he can't handle it. We don't know the exact reason. Well, for Todd Davis, we did get a little bit of an update. He did speak to the media a little bit, and this was what he had to say on his very abrupt retirement. He said it was the timing of everything. Davis said in a phone call with 9 News, "I had worked really hard to get to a certain point in my career, and it kind of felt like people were asking me to start all over. I would have loved to keep playing at that level, but if that's not where I'm asked to play, then I think it's time for me to move on to other ventures in my life." I will say respectfully, when he says something like "you're asking me to start all over," I think that is a direct, nod to the coaching style that this coaching staff, and in particular Joe Judge, has, which is if you make mistakes, you pay for it by running laps. It's something that we all know as Giants fans to be very unique and something rarely seen, if at all ever seen, at the NFL level. So I mean, those jokes, I don't want to say there's some truth to them per se, but he definitely felt like as a veteran in the league, he probably shouldn't be, I guess, competing with the same intensity that the rookies are. I'll say this, I mean, if that's the mindset the vets we have bring in, then I am kind of glad they're off the team, because there are other vets here who are willing to put in the work, who are willing to work at 100% every day. Logan Ryan is a great example of that. And once again, we're a young team. Overall, the Giants are one of the youngest teams in the NFL, and I guess that's why this style has worked so far, because they aren't vets who already feel like they should automatically get a roster spot when they walk into a stadium. So just a quick thought on that. And then on the Giants himself, he did have something to say. This is what Todd Davis spoke and said. He said, "The Giants, I was only there for a little bit of time, and I think I had a shot at doing everything I wanted to do there. It was just everything combined. It was great there. I feel like they have a great coaching staff. There's a lot of coaches there who care about their players doing well, so I expect them to do well." He says he's thankful to be able to walk away from football with his health and plans on pursuing a real estate career. Good luck in your real estate career, Todd. You technically retired a New York Giant. Once a Giant, always a Giant. The famous saying is still applied here. I'm glad that he gave our coaches a good nod. Not sure how much he truly means it. I'll say he means it a little bit. But I think maybe Davis was expecting to work a little bit less to get a roster spot on this team. But the reality of the situation is he was brought in to compete for what was a second middle linebacker role, or even potentially special teams, with the way Judge was talking about him beforehand, when Judge, I'm pretty sure, specifically said he's really excited to see his role in the kicking game. And I know I'm not misremembering that. And then now on to Joe Looney, which in my opinion is even more surprising than Davis, because Looney, in my opinion, depending on how long the Shane Lemieux injury would have been, actually could have ended up starting for the Giants at some point. We'll see. But Joe Looney is retiring per source. The former Cowboys all-lineman was signed recently to provide depth on the O-line, a surprising turn of events, and this is a Jordan Renan tweet that went out an hour ago as of recording this video. I'll say this right away. A lot of Giants fans want us to take a look at Austin Reiter. Austin Reiter, who is the center for the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously he won Super Bowl with them. He was out there protecting and snapping the ball for Patrick Mahomes. He's a guy that a lot of people want on this team. He's a guy that's still a free agent and also somebody that has a meeting with the Giants, I think Friday. I don't know exactly what day it is. I want to say Friday, but he does have a meeting with us. And literally every single player that we've met with so far in this free agency that has a meeting with us has signed a contract with us. I will say 2 of those players retired, but hey, they still ended up as a Giant most recently. Now, Joe Looney, of course, he plays center and inside guard. He was actually seen snapping the ball a couple of times. This is from a Big Blue View article, by the way, guys. He was seen snapping the ball a couple of times, and that got people talking. It got us exploring maybe shifting Nick Gates, even though, you know, myself and our Giants fans feel like Nick Gates is better than Looney at center. But with him gone now, and of course, I'm assuming it was some type of vet minimum deal or very close to vet minimum deal. He wasn't here long enough, much like Todd Davis, for me to truly say there's a big impact on the team. He was here for 2 days. I am kind of sad that we have less depth on the O-line now, but what this does tell me is that, hey, we got more space for Austin Reiter if possible. I'm not sure how realistic that is, but with all the black magic the Giants have pulled this offseason when it comes to money and cap space, who knows? That's all I'm going to say. Who knows? Now, for the reason him retiring, nothing out yet. I mean, maybe it's just like Davis, bro. Because yesterday they had to run a lot of laps after the brawl. Joe Judge was very expletive. I probably mispronounced that word. He was cussing a lot after they had that big fight yesterday where everybody in practice was involved. You know, he told the coaches go away. He had the players to himself. And then they started out practice today as well, continuing running the gassers and doing the push-ups as punishment. And then he still has, you know, some more things off the field for them to do as well as, you know, as an additional punishment for the brawl that happened yesterday. Maybe Looney was in the same mindset. He's like, you know, I didn't expect that I'd be working this hard as a, you know, a vet in the league. Maybe, you know, he was like, I'm too old to be running all these gassers or something. Whatever the case is, Joe Looney, thank you for your time here. I'm not really that sad to see you go, because once again, if there's a vet with the mindset like that, I'd rather have one. It's not even mindset. I just guess I'd rather have one with the physical capabilities to actually do all of this running. You know, the players, specifically Sterling Shepard this year, have talked about how much conditioning Joe Judge does for this team and how much it helped out the team last year, and how as a team we are better at conditioning than most other clubs in the NFL. I'd rather have somebody physically able to actually participate and complete, you know, the conditioning, you know, the running, the cardio, all of that, agility. So, Joel, thank you for your time here. This just is going to continue to spark the Austin Reiter rumors, in my opinion. But that's it for today, guys. Not too much. Of course, do not forget, tonight is the Young Guns podcast. If you guys have not already, I put out 3 fantasy leagues this year. 1 on NFL Fantasy, 1 on Yahoo, 1 on ESPN. The Yahoo one is the only one that's open. So the other 2 are full. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 spots currently still open on the Yahoo League. Go ahead and join it. I am going to be giving away free merch to the winners of the 3 leagues. So it's, you know, if you want a shirt, you know, the winner of 1 league is going to get a shirt, and so on and so forth. But go ahead, join those leagues, guys, just like last year. We're going to have fun. That's it for now. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch y'all in the next one.